Good morning. There we go. Good morning, everyone. So, does anyone know why we're here today? It is Fire Prevention Week. And do you know what we do during Fire Prevention Week? Are we going to learn about fire safety? So I'm Firefighter Brandon with the Utica Fire Department. This is Firefighter Kyle. And in the back is Firefighter Matt. And between the three of us, we're going to teach you a little bit about fire safety today. What a fireman looks like. And if you guys are quiet and use your listening ears, I brought my friend the puppets. And I also brought my friend Sparky. So, this year's saying for fire prevention is to teach you guys about lithium batteries. So we're going to talk very little about lithium batteries, and then a whole lot about fire safety. So what you guys and girls need to know is lithium batteries look exactly the same as standard batteries. The only difference is a lithium battery has a little blue mark on it versus a regular battery has no mark. And the difference between a lithium battery and a regular battery is there's just a little piece of metal inside the lithium battery. When it's not stored correctly, it can spontaneously ignite. So by throwing a lithium battery in the garbage can, it could possibly start a fire. So all you need to know is when you see mom and dad throwing out batteries, just ask them, is that a lithium battery? And if they say yes, just say, I think you need to look up how to actually how to discard that battery. Can you guys do that for me? Alright, I appreciate that. So now let's get to fire safety. What do you think? Alright. Have we done some fire drills this year? Okay, I'm gonna guess, and you're gonna tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'm gonna say you've done 5. Alright. Have we done 10? Am I getting warmer? I'm gonna go with 8. Alright, you know how I know it's 8? Because all the other schools in the district have done 8 to this point. Because you're required to do 8 at the beginning of school, and then after the first year, you're required to do 8. Am I correct on that one? 8. And that is because the state says we have to. So, what's the biggest part of doing fire drills in school? What are they meant for? They are meant for you to practice in case there's an emergency, so that you know what to do in case of emergency and how to do it as fast as we can, but as controlled as we can. But the number one goal is we listen to our teacher the whole time, correct? And then once we get outside, we have a meeting spot outside. Everyone's is different, but do we know our meeting spots outside? So you know what a meeting spot's for? A meeting spot is for where everyone knows where to go. So once we get out there, the teachers can do a head count. And if someone's missing, they can radio in and say, hey, Principal so-and-so, I'm missing Matt. And then he's gonna go in or find someone to go in and find Matt. So Matt's safe and he's accountable or accounted for. So, just like here at school, we do fire drills. Did you know we can do fire drills at home? Have we done a fire drill at home yet this year? Well, there's no better opportunity than right now. We can do one when we go home tonight. So when you go home tonight, can we ask our parents, can we do a fire drill tonight? And you can teach your parents how to do a fire drill at home, just like at school. So basically, the difference between a fire drill at school and a fire drill at home is not much different, but your smoke alarm sounds like beep, 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 beep. And at school, they sound like So at home, when you hear that, beep, 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 we get outside and we go to our meeting spot. Did you know a meeting spot can be anything your parents want it to be? It can be a tree, it can be a sign, It could be a play set, it could be a car, but it can't be the road, because I don't want you running into the road, okay? So once you get out there and you realize, hey, I forgot my stuffed animal, should we go back in? No. So once we get outside, we stay outside. And then we wait for mom or dad to meet us. And once your mom and dad show up, what should we tell them to do? Should we tell them to call 911? And what's the number for 911? I can't get anything past you guys. So, that's basically how we do a fire drill at home. But let's talk about when we have a smoke alarm go off at home and it's not a fire drill, it's the real thing. If it was ever to happen, I want you to be prepared and know what to do. So, if we're sleeping and we hear that smoke alarm go off and we go to the door and the door's already open and we look and there's smoke in the hall, should we walk through the smoke? Should we crawl through the smoke? Yes, we crawl, because I don't want you breathing in any of that black stuff. It's going to make your nose itch and it's going to give you having trouble breathing. So once we get outside and we go to our meeting spot, we stay outside. Yes. So what if we're sleeping and we go and we hear that beep, 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 beep? And we go to our door, which the door is shut, and we feel the back of the door with the back of our hand. You know why we feel the door with the back of our hand and not the front side of our hand? By the back of your hand is more sensitive, so you'll be able to feel the heat. And then we'll just tap the door handle. If it's hot, you think we should open that door? There might be a fire. What if we go to that door and it's already open and we see smoke and fire in the hall? What's the first thing we should do with that door? We should close that door. You want to know why? Because that door is going to help protect you from the smoke and the fire. And then we're going to go to our window if we're on the first floor or second floor. Well, on the first floor, we go to the window, we open the window, and we realize there's a screen. What should we do with that screen? Should we raise the screen? Yes, we should raise the screen. How are we going to get out that window with the screen in the way? We're going to open the screen, but what if we can't open the screen? Do you want to know something kind of cool you can do? Find a hard toy in your room and throw it through that screen, and then you can crawl out that screen. So once we get through the window on the first floor and we get outside, we go where? Yes, we go outside, but once we get outside, where do we go? To our meeting spot? And once we get to our meeting spot, we do what? We wait for mom and dad? All right, so now this is where it gets a little crazy. If we're asleep on the second floor, if we wake up to the beep, 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 we go to the door, we realize we can't get down the stairs, we close our door, right? And then we go to the window. Can we get out that window on the second floor? No, I don't want to see anyone go out the window on the second floor because I don't want you to get hurt. But I'm going to teach you a couple cool things you can do. So by closing your bedroom door, that's going to allow a tremendous amount of time for us firemen to get there to help you out of the second floor. So what you can do is you can go over your window and you can open a little bit, and then once my friends show up in the fire truck, just wave to them, yell and wave. We'll come over with a ladder and get you out. But there's one other thing you can do. You can get your toys, some toys, sprinkle them out the window, so that when Firefighter Pullman shows up and he comes walking around this side of the house, we're going to see toys, and it means what?
You can look up at the window and see you there.
We're going to see your smiling face, we're going to grab a ladder, and we're going to come over and help you down. Does anyone think that's kind of cool? All right. So, are we allowed to use the stove at home? Why is that? Why can't we use the stove at home? Could we possibly get a boo-boo by touching that stove if it's hot? Who's allowed to use that stove? Mom and Dad? That's right. So what if we're in the living room watching TV or playing some video games, and we hear beep, 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 beep. And we go in the kitchen and we see that the stove is smoking. What's the first thing we should do? We should yell for mom or dad, and then do what? Get outside. So, another quick thing. What if we're riding in the car with mom or dad and we hear sirens? Go, wee, wee. What should we tell mom or dad? We should yell to mom or dad and say, Mom, Dad, pull over, the fire truck is coming. You think you can do that? All right. So I have a friend here with me today. His name's Firefighter Matt. And he's going to show us what a firefighter looks like dressed up. All right. Can we all say hi to Firefighter Matt? All right. So, what's the first thing Firefighter Matt is going to put on? Is he going to put on his pants? And boots? So, what's going to help protect? Sorry. What's his pants and boots going to help protect? His legs and his feet? Alright, what do you think we're going to put on next? His helmet? His coat? Well, I'm going to help you with this one. We have a hood we wear. And that's going to help protect our neck, our head, our ears. Alright. And then we're going to put on what? A helmet? How about our coat? Our coat's going to help protect our back, our chest, our belly, our arms. You guys want to know a cool fact about the turnout gear that he wears? We call it turnout gear, and that gear is rated to withstand 1,400 degrees Fahrenheit. So basically what that means for you guys is it can stand up to molten lava, which is kind of cool, I think. What do you guys think? Yeah, sort of. And then we have a backpack, just like everyone wears to school, but our backpack's a little different. It's got this blue tank on the back, and that blue tank holds oxygen. It's going to help us breathe when we're in a fire. This gear in SCBA, we call the backpack. It's designed to help us get into a fire and get to anyone who's in need of help. So, is anyone wearing a mask this year for Halloween? Or has wearing a mask for Halloween? We have this mask, you can see, it's kind of clear, you can see his eyeballs. But that mask is designed to protect our face and our eyes. And also the hole in the front of it is where we connect the cool backpack we have on the back to help give us oxygen to breathe when we go into a fire. So the smoke doesn't get in our nose or mouth and give us trouble breathing. And then we have a helmet that we wear. What do you think the helmet does, everyone? Help protect our head. And then last but not least, we gotta protect our hands, don't we? Those gloves are meant to help protect our hands. So Firefighter Matt's gonna come around. If you get a chance to say hi and give him a high five, make sure you look at him. He's gonna look different. He might even sound a little different, but he's still our friend. You guys agree? Yeah! All right. Everyone. say thank you to Firefighter Man? Alright. I forgot to talk about one thing. Has anyone asked their parents about if the smoke detectors batteries were checked this year? Alright. Did you know that the new smoke detectors in the last few years that came out have an internal battery that lasts 10 years? But us firemen, we're still seeing a lot of the old smoke detectors that still have the batteries in them that need to be changed. So tonight when you go home, can you ask your parents to change the batteries? Or check the batteries? And one other thing about smoke detectors, has anyone ever heard chirp, chirp, chirp? Chirp, chirp, chirp. Do you know what that means? That means the smoke detector has a low battery. So you guys gotta yell to mom or dad, change the battery in the smoke detector. You think you can do that? Alright, I have some friends with me here today. We're gonna see what the puppets are up to. You guys wanna learn some fire prevention? Alright. In 3, 2, 1, we're gonna yell puppets. Do you think you can do that for me? Alright, 3, 2, 1.
I hope you're all doing well today. Have you ever heard the phrase, where there's smoke, there's fire? Well, it's true, and what's more important, smoke can hurt you just as badly as fire can. No, it can't burn you, but it can make it very hard to breathe. That's why it's so important for you to stay very low if ever you are in a building that's on fire. You see, smoke always goes up and leaves a little crawl space near the floor. If you stay down, you can crawl out safely. I have a few friends with me today to help me explain about crawling low in smoke. I want you to pay close attention so you'll know just what to do, okay? Okay, bye now.
Smell any smoke around here? I guess it must be safe. Hi, kids. Don't worry. You don't have to think about having to crawl low in smoke right now. There's no smoke here. My shipper smoker says it's all clear. But I hope you can know how important it is to crawl under smoke. If you're inside and you see some smoke, stay down. You'll all remember to crawl low if you ever get caught in smoke. Well, I'd better be on my way. I'm in charge of smelling today. I mean, sniffing for smoke. Bye now.
That's great, everybody. Thanks for participating. Oh, hi, kids. We were just having a little fire drill back here. You never know when a fire might happen, so we like to be prepared just in case. A fire drill helps us practice what to do in case of a real emergency. Today, my friends are going to be telling you about how you can plan an escape route from your room, house, or even your classroom, and then how to have fire drills to see if your plan works. You listen closely now, and I'll see you around. So long!
And drills to practice escape. That way, you'll know just what to do in case of fire. Well, I'm gonna go practice what to do in case there's a fire in my pool. Bye now.
Have any of you ever found some matches? If you did, I hope you didn't play with them. Did you know that lots of fires are started by kids playing with matches? It's true. And a lot of those fires are ones in which the kids who started it get hurt in some way. Matches aren't toys to play with. They are tools to use with care. Today, we're going to be talking about using matches safely. And I want you all to pay close attention to what my friends have to say. See you later. Bye now. It's all about playing with matches and how much trouble he got into because of it. Listen here. Went up to play, but then he happened to find a book of matches. He was taking them out and he watched as they burned the crossing patches. Never play with matches. When you play with fire, you get burned. He was didn't see flames declining. Suddenly they were all around him. First he let out a shout and then never play with matches. When you play with fire, you get burned. Matches are a toy to play with, boys. Just listen when I say, if you find a new something to someone who's grown right away. Happy to say he learned his lesson that day and quit his messing with matches then forever. Playing with matches isn't clever. Never play with matches. When you play with fire, you get burned. Matches are a toy to play with, boy. Just listen when I say, if you find them, you should give them to someone who's grown right away. Now I'm happy to say I learned my lesson that day and quit my play with matches and forever. Yes, that young was me, and now I know you'll agree when I say playing with matches isn't clever. Never play with matches. When you play with fire, you get burned. Don't play with matches. Don't play with matches. Don't play with matches. If you all learned the lessons from that story, I know I did. You all be good. And remember, don't play with matches. Adios.
answer it, Sparky? What do we learn from the puppets? Did we learn that if we find matches or a lighter to tell our parents or an adult? And that matches and lighters are not toys, right? They can get hurt. You can get hurt using them. So if we find them, we gotta let an adult know. Can you all do that for me? Alright, I said two things that I want you to remember and ask your parents to know, you all. Can everyone remember? Can we ask our parents to check the batteries in the smoke detectors? Can we also ask our parents to do a fire drill tonight? Alright, and if you guys get some time today in class, it's entirely up to the teachers. Can we draw a fire drill on a piece of paper on how to get from our bedroom to the outside, to our meeting point? That's up to your teachers if you get a chance today. I know you're all busy learning. But on behalf of the Herkimer Fire Department, thank you for having us. And you all have a good day now.